Kelly Hobbyist, and today we're going to be making a really awesome soap. I'm so excited. I have been planning this soap for a while. I've had the fragrance for a while, so I'm really excited to share this video with you. I'm calling it, oh my goodness, Sugar Plum Dreams. It is based on a Sugar Plum Fairy fragrance oil. So we have our kaolin clay as usual, mixing that into our oils, making sure that's well and incorporated. The clay, if you haven't heard me say it before, it adds a nice slip to the bar. It also helps anchor the scent. When I first started making soap, I kind of did some experimentation and tried with and without, and I found with definitely made a big difference in the scent retention of the soap. A lot of times people use this in like face masks and stuff to help draw out impurities. So just a little side tip for you there. Add our lye water, and then we'll get to stirring this up here. So one of the things that I'm really excited about this soap is some of it is the color. The color I mixed together, I just fell in love with. It's like a very vibrant purpley color. Well, maybe more like a plum color, I guess. So I'll show you that here in just a minute, but getting our oils all incorporated together. And my plan is to do a hanger swirl, so I do need to make sure this stays somewhat fluid. And I don't remember if this fragrance, I think it said it does well with soaping. See, Sugar Plum Berry. It's a very sophisticated smell. It has sweet notes in it. It just smells really good. And I'm using Blackberry by Nurture Soap for the base of it. I'm using the Pow Pow Purple Mica by Mad Micas as an accent color, but I'm also mixing it with Really Red by Nurture. And the Really Red is just an amazing color to go with other colors. Let's see here. We have some intergalactic glitter that's probably going to go on the top, along with some, I think it's Vixen glitter. It's a purple glitter. It's really pretty. Goes with my color palette for this today's soap. And then I'm going to put some sugar pearls on top. These are my Embeds. They're little butterflies, and some plums. And I chose two different colors just because I wanted to add some more drama, I guess. Just be more dynamic.
Dynamic's a word I understand.
Oh, we found one. We found one we both understand. We're using it. Alright, so I'm pouring off my colors here. I'm going to do some white and some of this purple mixture that I made with the Pow Pow Purple and the Really Red Mica. I've really gotten into the whole mixing my own color because, I mean, I have a lot of colors, I truly do. But I'm kind of anal sometimes about what I want something to look like, so I will tweak it until it's exactly what I want. Like, kind of like these videos when we edit them and I drive my son crazy. Because I want things to look exactly a certain way, and he says it's not important. But it's important to me. So as you can tell, I've gone back to just throwing my mica in the bowl because I don't know, the pre-mixing thing just didn't do it for me. I tend to work better this way for me personally, so this is what I think I'm going to stick with for a while. Unless I find a resource that says it's better, or I find the resource that shows me how to do it correctly if I was doing it wrong. Maybe that was my problem. So, we'll see. If anybody has one, let me know. Alright, so we're going to stick blend our colors. And this is just a little bit of white to go on the top. Or, no, I'm sorry. It's a swirl. Yikes. This is going to be a long day. We've been editing videos all day. This is our last one. Okay, so as you can see with the red, it really pops. And this is like too red. So I added some more purple to kind of counteract. And I want to say if you're looking for a ratio to get this awesome purple that this color ends up making, it is probably like a 4-to-1, where the red just kind of is like an undertone almost. There, I'm kind of checking the color to make sure it matches. Make sure we have it all mixed up. So this is where I get my 4-to-1 ratio. Whoa, man down. Uh-oh. We have a soap crisis on our hands. Oh, Lord. All right. So anyway, where I got my 4-to-1 ratio was that when I stuck it in the bowl initially, and I kind of put a 1-to-1, and then I added it 3 more times. So, or 2-to-1, I think initially, and then I added it twice more. So that's where I'm getting my 4-to-1. So it's definitely not an exact science for sure. I was definitely on the struggle bus with getting these colors quite right, exactly what I wanted. It's purples, any purple really can be hard sometimes because you have a yellow base in your soap sometimes. So this is looking kind of gray. Whoop, a little too much. But it's a darker plum color or purple color, so it does kind of have a gray hue to it. I'm not even going to ask you about the color because I already know what you're going to tell me. Okay, so in with the fragrance oil we go. Again, like I said, not putting it in the white, just putting it in the purples. I'm guessing it has vinyl because it does have sweet tones to it. And as you can see, it's like a yellow shade. So I really need to start remembering to put my blender in the white first versus putting it in. Oh no, never mind. Just kidding. I already blended that up. But still, it's not in the lighter color. I need to pay closer attention to that.
Maybe you should write a script.
No. I'm just not that kind of person. I make notes and then I don't even read them.
I know. These editing notes.
So it stays really nice and fluid with this particular fragrance oil. I didn't have any issues with accelerating. So I'm adding a little bit of the Pow Pow purple to kind of just brighten it up a tad. I know when you do embeds, I use a clear glycerin base, so the color's definitely more true than when you add color to, oils that have a hue to them. So it does take sometimes a little bit of tweaking to get the colors to match quite right. If you care. I guess it depends how much you care. I'll add that in there. Little more. These colors are just going to be the death of me, I swear. Got to make important life decisions about colors.
Looks like tar.
Oh, well, that's because you're colorblind. I think that has come up in almost every video we've done, I swear.
That's because you talking about colors.
Well, because it's an important part of the process. And I personally have quite a genuine interest in colors and color mixing and all that good stuff. I think it's fun to make colors, out of something you don't have. Kind of like crafting in a weird way. And I'm usually not real good at that kind of stuff, and I've gotten better at it as I've been doing soap, so it makes me pretty happy. The only thing you can't account for is, the turning color. Yeah, or like when you have a fragrance oil that changes colors. So as I said in the beginning, I was going to do a hanger swirl, and I oopsied and started an in the pot swirl. So we're gonna try to salvage our hanger swirl idea.
How are you gonna do that?
Oh, I just dumped it all in there and was like, well, we'll just pretend like that didn't happen. Etch a sketch like it never happened. Just erase it. I could have technically probably, I guess, cut out that footage, but why? I mean, sometimes you muck up and you just go with it and hope it works out or alter your plans to make it work. That is one of the beauties of crafting because nobody knows you mucked up unless you tell them.
You just told them.
I did tell them, but that's okay. We're all here to learn, right? Okay, so we're going to do the hanger swirl now, and I love this tool. I've used it lots of times.
Sorry, soap's boring.
You're so sleepy. We need coffee. We should go scrub some of that coffee bar soap on us. It's supposed to like help invigorate.
Did I read that it doesn't do that? Though?
No,
like
I thought it
absorb the caffeine.
I thought it said it invigorates you. Maybe it's not in the same way.
Make you feel good because you're clean.
Yeah, it could be. Okay, so first I went up and down, and then I went side to side. And the effect that the swirl, that the pattern created was, I just loved it. I just thought it was so cool. Turned out better than I had hoped for. And that purple is just doing it for me. Just like, I'm just loving that purple so much. I don't know what it is. And I don't know. I mean, I think it looks pretty true to color to me watching it right now. But I don't, everybody's computer screen is different. So, all right, next we're going to be mixing up our piping for the top. So this is the first time I've I've made separate piping. There we go. I'll get it right. So I put my TD in right away so I could mix it up a while. I don't know if anyone else that makes soap has had this issue, but I notice sometimes when I have titanium dioxide in it, it tends to make it thicker quicker. I don't know if that's just like a thing from using thicker, quicker, stiffer upper. But that's okay because that's what we want. We want it nice and thick. I like medium to thick trace. I guess it kind of depends how far you can get it. I blended this for quite a while to get it nice and thick. So, but there's no fragrance in it, so that doesn't really help my desire for acceleration. So I have it all mixed up. We're gonna let it set. Set up so we can pipe the soap. Oh my goodness, I had a brain fart. Holy cow. My brain's like, pipe the soap.
Don't you commonly have the issue where you like try to pipe it too early?
I do struggle a little bit to get the right consistency. And then sometimes, I found a rogue coffee ground from our coffee soap from earlier. Just one. It must have been in the blender head. That's the only thing I can figure. And I apparently it's evading me. It's gone rogue. It's hanging out on the side of the bowl. Extraction complete. Okay. What?
I don't know.
You gave me a funny look.
All my looks are funny.
All right, so I'm using I believe it's an open star tip. I don't really pay close attention. I look at the thing and I think it makes this shape. So this is what this is the look I'm going for. So I'm gonna use it. So I thought my piping was nice and stiff. I mean, it kind of is. It probably could stand to use, I don't know, maybe 5 more minutes or so. It's still pretty nice and thick though. But I don't know if it's the working it that eventually it starts to kind of go ploppy on me. That's a technical term I like to use when the soap gets ploppy. But right now, I mean, it's holding peaks really nice for me. All right, so I think we're going to speed this part up a little bit here. We might already be, I don't know. Are we? Is it sped up? It don't seem sped up enough.
You didn't say to speed it up.
I didn't know if we already sped it up.
We didn't.
Oh.
Look how slow it is. Look.
Well, I don't think anybody's really learning much from this.
Well, then let's use this time to teach people something.
Wait for your piping to set up longer. I think, okay, so I try to leave it at least 30 minutes. Sometimes it takes way longer than that. It just depends what's in it. I don't know. Icing. You can use icing to practice making different shapes, kind of getting an idea of the consistency of. See, look, it's starting to go wonky on me. I don't know if it's my hot hands.
Did you ever actually use icing to practice, or did we just end up using it?
I think y'all freaking ate it. I think you guys ate it.
Well, that's because you took too long to practice.
You can get icing at like the dollar store for $1, but my kids ate it. It'd be okay. So, and the other thing too, I'm trying to remember how much I actually used for this particular piping. I want to say it was like a pound or maybe like 3/4 of a pound of oils. See, look, this is where you can tell it gets really bad because it's all smooshy. But I was done, so I didn't care anymore. I'm like, it's going to get covered up with embeds. It's true.
What embeds did you put on?
Lots. This soap has so much stuff going on. It is not even funny. I was kind of worried it might be like too busy, but I really liked it, and I got a lot of good feedback from, you know, people in my soap making group and friends and family and stuff that they really thought it turned out pretty. So I was happy with it. But I have these little cute little butterflies in the 2 different purple colors that I made. I have plums that I made again in 2 different colors. I'm not sure why I thought I needed so much stuff. I think my initial thought was I was gonna alternate them. But, you know, dreams are kind of messy and they have a lot going on usually. So if it's going to be a sugar plum dream, then it needs to have all the things.
Maybe the soap world is more like the interior decorating world where clutter is comfortable.
This is probably the first soap that I can honestly say I've had so much going on to it. But the end result looks really nice, so it's okay. I guess it depends on what kind of soap you're making.
I bet $50 you'll put glitter on it by the end.
Of course. It's a dream. You can't have a dream without glitter.
My dreams lack glitter.
Well, maybe it's the girl in me then that likes all the sparkly things.
That's sexist.
It's true. Okay, so these stars are actually soap dough, and they were from another project that I ended up not needing them for. So they were blue and purple. Well, obviously the purple would be okay, but the blue, not so much. So what I did was I salvaged them and I put some mica and some glitter and some rubbing out, like the 99% rubbing alcohol, and made a little slurry, if you will. Put them in a little dish and mixed them all up. And it stuck like glue and they looked super duper. They were glittery, sparkly stars.
Everything you could have ever asked for.
Yep. So now I'm adding some sugar pearls. This is just for pretties. Pretty, pretty, pretty. And lastly, the glitter. And I was definitely having glitter struggles, let me tell you. I kept having to go back for more. It wasn't going on right. It just was not being my friend. I had all the struggles with this soap, I swear. But the end result turned out amazing. I was very pleased with it. Hopefully you'll like it too. I don't know. Let me know. Give me a comment. And here's our final money shot of our Sugar Plum Dream soap. All right. Thank you everybody so much for watching. I really appreciate all your support, and we'll see you on the next video.